The toughest part for me is when I can't reach a player to help them reach their potential. When there's just a gap there and I'm not able to get them to play at the level that I really think they could play at. When there's, you know, something in the way there that I'm not able to reach them. And, you know, and those hopefully become even more few and far between. But I think when you have a player that you feel like could be a really special player and achieve a lot and you're not able to push the right buttons, I think that's probably the most frustrating thing.
It's tough.
The toughest part is separating business from personal. Because personally, you want every kid to succeed, but every kid doesn't fit.
Right.
So that's the toughest part, is making those decisions.
Some of the decisions probably, you know, I think that you have to make, and then I guess the other side is that I think my family at times probably takes a back seat. So we spend a lot of time with everybody else's kids, and you know, and sometimes miss my own family's things. So that's a little bit difficult for me and the values that I have. But really, it's just decisions, you know, that you have to make. I mean, you can't. I think it was Dabo Sweeney recently, right, with his quarterback and that whole controversy.
Right.
And that's the difficult part at times, is you just make decisions that somebody's not going to like, and you know, and a lot of it's parents now, and it's their baby, and you know, they may not like it, but we're certainly doing it with the best interest for all of us and our team, you know, at heart. But for me, probably those two things: just the decisions you make, and then there's time away from home.
Sometimes the message that we deliver is not necessarily taken and massaged. It's if you're going to take the money the school is providing for your scholarship, then you're going to be LeBron James of Corpus Christi. And so you have to understand who you are. When you walk to campus, you're not normal. And most of our players embrace that opportunity. They love the situation that they're in. And every once in a while you have to recorrect and try to get somebody moving in the right direction. And traditionally they begin to realize it. You just hope they realize it their freshman year, and they don't wait till their senior year before they realize the gift that they have.
The toughest part about my job, I believe, is letting people down. Regardless of the expectations, even now, that are through the roof, it doesn't matter. They were through the roof before for me. I don't want to let anybody down, and most importantly, you know, my family, my players, my staff. I take losses very hard. I could have prepared, you know, to the nth degree, and every scenario was right. But if we lose that ball game, there's something I need to go back and fix, or even if it's internal, you know, something else, some more motivation I have to get out those kids. Maybe the X's and O's were right, but I didn't have their heads and their hearts and their souls right. So the hardest part for me is just day to day, every day. I don't want to let anybody down. I don't want to let y'all down today, you know.
I don't really think there's that many bad days, you know. It's better than digging a ditch, and you have a bad day, the next day is going to be a better day. And you know, I'm a sore loser, I can tell you that, which you probably know that. If you're a coach, you're a sore loser. So that would probably be the bad day, is when you get a loss that you know you should have won.
Right.
But you make up for it when you get the wins that you know you weren't supposed to win.
It's not breaking down film. It's not, you know, it's dealing with this generation, young kids. You know, I've been in this about 30 years, and I've had the opportunity to, you know, be a part, watch basketball grow, and it has grown.
Right.
You know, you worry about your players. You want to help your players, but this generation is different. And, you know, but like I said, I'm still enjoying it.
The toughest part.
It's got to be leaving that little baby, you know.
You know, that is tough, the travel.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you have a very young family. Fortunately, I have a great mom and dad and a great husband who's very supportive, and they travel a lot with us.
Okay.
So I don't get to leave my babies as much. They are on the road with us as well. But I guess one of the toughest part of my job right now is not changing my message, but changing my method to reach this generation of athletes. I think that sometimes is tough.
It's recruiting. It's constantly changing. It's what I call a crapshoot. And everybody says, well, how's your recruiting class this year? I said, I'll tell you in 2 years, because you really don't know. And there's just so many different avenues to get the players, to reach players. So many different people surrounding each player, and it's a constant grind, and you feel like a day that you've backed off of recruiting somebody else is jumping in there. So it's just the pressure of that, knowing that that's the lifeblood of every program.
what's the toughest part about your job?
Losing. Just the struggles that happen each year. You're dealing with, 14, 15 players and a coaching staff, and whenever that happens, there's things that happen in people's lives that, young people go through, whether it's death or changes that happen in people's lives, and sitting in your office and crying with them, and those times are hard.
The requirements, the time requirements that we have, we only have so long with them on the court, and you feel like you can't get enough in, which it's completely understandable because we can't live in the gym every day, but we need more time, and if I had more time to do this, then we could put this in, but it's completely understandable, probably the time restrictions.
Being an old guy, an old coach, we used to have too much time, so there's got to be a happy medium somewhere, right?
That's what they say.
All right.
Toughest part, goodness, there's a lot of challenges that get thrown your way every day, and some days you don't know what those are about and what they're going to be about, but it's just about trying to overcome them the best you can. I don't think we know what's going to be tough some days, but it's just learning as you go.